Hey friends, thanks for joining me for another video. Guys, I'm wearing a very confusing mask today. This is one of these Freeman masks that I picked up at Dollar Tree. It was 2 in a pack for $1.25. And I thought it was going to be a sheet mask. But it's a gel cream mask. It's literally a very thick gel that has kind of an odd smell that you just put all over your face. And you just leave it for 10 or 15 minutes. And supposedly during that time, it sinks in. We'll see. I didn't use all of it because I have it on so thick as it is. I don't know how it could possibly sink in, but we're going to find out. So let me throw that away because that's messy. But guys, all right, the first thing I'm going to get into today on this Mask Monday is this toothbrush. I hauled this probably, I don't know, a month or so ago on Temu. These pink and black toothbrushes were trending on TikTok for a while, and they became like a real big thing. And so Temu, several sellers had them. And so I bought this one, and I finally went to try it like 3 weeks ago. I was already using another toothbrush that was fine when this one arrived. But so I finally threw that one out and started using this one. And I developed this huge, painful canker sore on the side of my tongue. And I was thinking, I kept Googling what it could be. And people were suggesting, you know, you could be like biting your tongue in your sleep. It could be something super spicy you ate. Just any kind of thing, just any kind of weird friction, just about anything can cause a canker sore. And they usually resolve on their own. I mean, they're not contagious. They're just a reaction to something. Well, this one went on for about 2 weeks and it never resolved. It just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And finally, it was painful to both eat and talk. And then I was thinking, I wonder if it's that stupid toothbrush that I'm using. And y'all, I quit using this thing and went back to using a regular Oral-B toothbrush, and that canker sore was gone in 2 days. No. I mean, that thing was about $1.50, and it was like the worst $1.50 I've ever spent. I cannot believe I had a reaction to a toothbrush, but I did. And not to mention the fact that that it started shedding the little bristles as I was using it over the few weeks. It started shedding really bad. I keep having bristles in my mouth as I went to, you know, spit and everything. Just a mess. But anyway, moving on. Guys, I've talked about this endlessly, and so I'm not going to bore you for a long time with it, but this is that Makeup Forever setting powder dupe, obvious from the packaging, and I have loved this, and I've talked about it over and over and over, and I panned it. I finally panned it. It's done. I really, really, really enjoyed this, but I have got several other powders I need to get through. And so once I get through those, if this is still available, I will probably repurchase it, even if it's in a different type of shape or packaging, as long as it's the same font and it's, you know, the same seller, however you pronounce that, Langnishi. Anyway, yeah, this was a great powder. But what I'm using now is this, I've hauled this from Temu too. This is an obvious Charlotte Tilbury dupe. It looks exactly like her packaging. And this is just a straight up setting powder. No coverage, no nothing. This is not going to be like a powder foundation. You're not going to like put it on over your concealer and get a bunch more coverage. No, this is straight setting powder. And it's white, but it's translucent. Like you rub it, and it's just, it like disappears. It's nothing but setting powder. So it leaves, and it has a lot of kick up as you just saw. But yeah, yeah, there it is before you wipe it in, and then that's just it. All it does is set your under eyes, and guys, my under eyes have looked so good. They're my worst problem area when it comes to powders, you know, trying to look cakey and everything throughout the day. And especially towards the end of the day, once you've had a powder on 6 to 8 hours, you can really tell by your under eyes in like a magnifying mirror how well it held up and kept things together. And this one has been really good so far. So this was a super good buy, and I recommend it. So yeah, and I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay. Next up, guys, I have talked about this several times recently too, because I've hauled some very similar dupes. This Hisi lip oil. It's a straight up lip oil. It's not a gloss. And y'all, these Temu lip oils, not the glosses, but just lip oils, tend to leak. You've got to store them. In fact, this one is sticky right now from falling over inside my box. So yeah, you have to store these standing up, but this is a very, very close dupe to the e.l.f. $8 lip oil. That's really good. That's comparable to high end. This has a very nice big buck foot, doe foot, whatever you want to call it. It's essentially clear. It doesn't look orange. And yeah, I'm going to use this up and then pitch it, but I'll be probably done with it within the next week, the way I roll through lip products. And but yeah, I just wanted to let you guys, remind you guys that this is a good lip oil, but don't carry this in your purse. Store this standing up, unless you can put it in your purse standing up somehow or other, like in a makeup bag or in a pocket. But yeah, very good lip oil for at night or anytime really. So yeah, suggest that. And speaking of lip products, guys, this video is not going to be very long because I'm getting towards the end. These two, they're supposed to be liquid liners. And that one's working now. But let's see what this one does. They have to be shaken up, really shaken up to work. And this one will barely do anything. I mean, it's just, even when I shake it, it's just, see how it does? It just doesn't apply well, and neither does this one. This one's too dry. This one's too liquidy. Even when you shake it, let me shake it one more time and see if I can get it to go on. Let me wipe my hand off for starters. Okay, let me shake it and see how it does. Yeah, it's just patchy. It just doesn't go on well. I tried to draw the shape of a lips, and I mean, I guess you can spread it out and it's a little bit better, but they're supposed to be somewhat of a stain too. You're supposed to be able to put them on as a lip liner and fill them in however you like to do your lip liner, and then go over it with another product, and then like, or not, whichever. If you don't want to, if you don't have super dry lips like me and you don't wear a gloss or a lip oil over your liner, you can wear it just like this, but it's sticky. It stays sticky. It doesn't really dry down, and it just doesn't last. It doesn't do a good job staining like it's supposed to. Let's see if I can, like, okay, well, it is staining a little bit. That's the stain. There's nothing left on there. But I'm just not crazy about the lip products like that. I prefer just a regular pencil that you either twist up or sharpen. Yeah. These liquid lip pencils are just not my thing. Guys, this I'm going to donate. This is an obvious Amika dupe. It smells like it. It smells fantastic. It's a dry shampoo, but guys, it sprays on wet. I mean, it's not the consistency of a dry shampoo at all. See how wet my hand is? That's not how dry shampoo is supposed to look. And I mean, it just goes running around. And even if you work it through your hair, I mean, it's quick to dry because, I mean, you're not totally saturating your hair in anything. See, it's just running all over my hand. I gotta wipe it off. But, well, it's starting to take that lip product off, so that's good. That took that off for me, mostly. But, yeah, and it made my head itch. I've used this 3 times because I was trying to get some like, sometimes putting product in your hair will help it to stay up in a bun better. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have hairspray or mousse or spray gel or a good amount of dry shampoo in your hair, it'll give it that extra oomph that it takes to keep it in a style. You know what I mean? It's like hairspray, but not as extreme as hairspray, not as sticky. But it just helps your hair have a little bit more consistency to where it'll stay in place. I'm having a really hard time articulating what I'm saying, but I think most of you guys know what I mean. Very clean, straight hair will not style worth a flip. Besides maybe straightening it. It just won't stay up in a bun. It won't do anything. And by the way, guys, next time you see me, I'm going to have shorter hair because I'm just out of the shower and I've watched a couple of YouTube videos on how to cut my hair. And the first time I did okay. And I think this time I did all right, but I really need to go back to the hair salon. But when I got out of the shower earlier, about an hour ago, I pulled all my hair forward really tight, put it in an elastic, and then just cut across. And then that just gives you kind of an all one length, slightly U-shaped look in the back. And I really took some length off this time. My ends were just looking toasted, just fried. And so I probably took 2 to 3 inches off myself, which was very scary to do. But I'm going to look in the mirror later and see how it looks in the back. And if it's just really uneven and messy, I'm going to go, probably going up to the salon this week in the next town over and get it done. My woman's probably wondering where I'm at anyway. She hasn't seen me in ages because I've been whacking on it myself or just not doing anything with it at all. But yeah, let me see how this gel stuff, y'all, it's been like 14 minutes since I put it on now, and it's not going anywhere. It still looks as thick and juicy as it ever did. I mean, woo, this is a mess. It says don't rinse it off, but I don't know how I can avoid it if I'm going to leave the house or do anything today. This stuff is thick. Ugh. Put on my neck a little bit, but anyhow, yeah. But guys, I'm going to donate this and see if somebody, who shops at the thrift store wants to play around with it and see what they can do with it. But yeah, the 2 winners here were that powder I used up, this powder, and this little lip oil, if you stand it up. So yeah, guys, that's it for this one. I'm going to see you tomorrow with another video. I think it's probably going to be a get ready with me, and then I have a sponsored video coming up soon. So yeah, new stuff coming probably every day this week, and I'll see you then. Bye.